I feel very sorry for anyone who will take over the reins in 2023. And I say that because a lot of work needs to be done. Let me ask you this question. Nigeria has a threat of recession. We've been in and out of recession. And the IMF is saying that I think in the next, in 2026 or thereabout, we would be spending almost the entire budget paying debts because of our heavy borrowing. How do you intend to fix this?
Increase in revenues. Immediately, a new government takes over, and by the grace of God, it is us. We already are aware of a variety of ways in which Nigeria's revenues will multiply, not just increase, it will multiply. If you listen carefully to what His Excellency Governor Peter Obi is saying, and these are things that are low-hanging fruits, they can happen more or less immediately. In my own case, I believe all the revenue-generating agencies will have to sit up from day one. Everything has to go to federal government of Nigeria. Already, you would have nearly doubled your revenue there. And the oil losses will stop instantly, will export more oil and earn more. Then, where he surprised everyone, he said that the fertile, uncultivated land in the north is Nigeria's crude oil. I could not agree more with him. The moment you have the land in the north being cultivated, I mean, all the way to the tip of the southern Nigeria, you are already multiplying what is already multiplying. Now, what we know exactly where to target, and immediately. Then the borrowing. We know immediately the budget that is at hand. Those leaks in the forms of contracts that have already been inflated, we'll address them. You look at the budget, there is so much waste and frivolity in it. We'll address it. These 5 things I've mentioned to you, immediately you will have enough. This is immediate measure. And then the medium-term measure, which again, I don't want to arrogate myself the knowledge of that. I will wait until His Excellency convenes the team of experts. But I assure you it will be far better than what the immediate measures I've told you now.
Well, do you share the same stance as Mr. Peter Obi on the issue of subsidy? It is described it as a scam. Is that where you stand as well?
It has been a scam, and don't just ask me and Peter Obi. President Buhari, during other governments that were not his, he said he called it worse than a scam. When he came, he did the same, he did worse. Now, let me tell you again, speaking in economics, right? You don't use the same stethoscope or the same medical equipment that you check the heartbeat of an elephant. You don't use it to check the heartbeat of a mouse. The recession they keep talking about, there is cyclical recession and there is linear recession. That's the one we belong. Ever since we were hit by economic problems in the late 80s, we have been facing what we call linear recession. When have we ever recovered? No. We've never recovered in the real sense. Per capita income has been falling consistently. Human Development Index has been falling consistently. So forget about reading fancy international indices like GDP, like HDI. No. We know that our living standards are supposed to improve. It is not improving. And if you keep saying recession, we have permanently been in recession. And we want to turn the tide. And the moment we turn it, like Naira is no longer going to slide. All the fundamentals behind the Naira strength include our belief in ourselves, our education, our strength, our unity are all built in the Naira. The moment we turn it around, Naira will not fall again.
How do you intend to turn it around?
Because the way dollars are sold, there are 11 different exchange rates. That should not be sustained. And the way dollar is sold, and then lack of confidence for people to bring money into Nigeria. The moment you pump that, there is something when you bring in your dollars it will do for you. And then there are administrative bureaucracies, which you bring a dollar into Nigeria, they give you a terrible exchange rate. No, we'll give you a favorable exchange rate. The fear behind the Naira is that it's not that it is low, it is continuing to be low. Once we stop that, and the world acknowledges that, oh, okay, now in Nigeria, the Naira is not going to fall. By force, we will hold it. The only way to go is up. So listen, once you do that, nobody will hedge against the Naira. It is now officially an appreciating currency, which means Naira can be held. The moment you hold Naira, you don't have to rush to dollarize it. You've already checked it.
Your party, Senator Datti, is very, very interested in the economy.
Absolutely.
However, in turning this economy around, you need the people and you need the workers to do so. There is a huge challenge with security right now. It doesn't seem like your party is talking about the security challenge in the country. So what exactly is your party going to do about security, which in turn will have a direct impact on the economy which you intend
Please
to improve?
Please bear with us. Security, especially in the context of Nigeria, where you have terror, you have banditry, you have irredency, you have secession and those, you need to be extremely not just careful, but cautious. We are starting to know so many things that are rather unspeakable now. And if His Excellency Governor, His Excellency Peter Obi has not said it, I would dare not say it now. But I want you to bear in mind that there are unspeakable things that have happened. I love Nigeria so much. Sometimes I take risks. And I'll tell you, at least being a vice presidential aspirant in a contending leading political party, I'm not reckless to tell you, to say this, because I love Nigeria too much. Without Nigeria, we are nothing. Look, it so happened that I think in 2013, federal government of Nigeria invited a certain group into dialogue. That group nominated a highly placed Nigerian to represent them. No name called. Now, it took that individual about 3 days to repudiate. And then just over a year later, the same group attempted the life of that individual. Look at that very well. Here comes a group who promised the entire world that they will bring security to Nigeria. There were a few bombings that were deadly in Abuja, but the moment they relocated to Abuja, the bombings stopped. Hey, what's going on? They used to travel Abuja, Kaduna frequently every day. The moment they bought private jets and stopped flying and traveling Kaduna, Abuja, it became one of the most insecure routes.
Senator Datti, our time is up.
Now,
Just a second.
you see,
Just a second. Our time is also almost up. But I find that the Labour Party is shying away from talking about how it will address security.
No, we're not.
The other parties are speaking how they will tackle it.
Listen. The reason why we're not saying too much is because we know too much. Whoever knows too little is talking too much now. I had to pray in my heart before telling you what I've just told you, just for the love of Nigeria. If you know what we're starting to know now, you will not talk too much. You just wait until you get there, and then you will deal with those who brought insecurity into Nigeria. Security is not the kind of thing you go about politicizing. We're not playing politics with security. For the sake of security, I'm ready to ally and partner with more than the Labour Party. But right now, I mean, why should I ever believe or even listen to APC talking about how they will secure Nigeria when after 8 years and $90 billion borrowed and spent. Kuje prison is, destroyed to remove. They don't know what they're talking about. Or they think Nigerians don't know what they're doing.
Senator Datti,
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you for coming to speak with us
Yes.
on politics today, and wish you well. And your party. Thank you very much. Well, let's go to assessing the Buhari administration on security now. It's an interesting conversation, I must say. President Muhammadu Buhari today presided over the national security